everybody. So tonight Jo is out and she's going to do a live investigation. So that should be interesting. So we'll pop Jo on full screen and then she can get started.
Hi everybody. Okay, so yeah, just as Sarah says, we are doing a live investigation from my little home village of Paisley Bridge. We are currently sitting in the remains of a 13th century church. It dates back to around 1320. It stopped being a church in 1827 due to, one, its location, because it's up a really steep hill, as we found out, huffing and puffing all the way up here. And it just fell into disrepair, which is quite sad because it's a really beautiful little church in a little wooded area. It's quite cute. I'm accompanied by my two fellow children, should we say. Don't worry, both 18, you're fine. And we've been sat here while it's been daylight, and we've kind of watched it get dark, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
And just sort of took in the atmosphere. Kind of mixed feelings. I feel quite peaceful. We've just heard quite a really loud rustling sound, but we're guessing it must have been an animal or something. It didn't sound like footsteps. It just sounded kind of like something snuffling its way through the leaves. The graves and the cemetery that are around this church here date back to the 16th century, so they're over 400 years old. The roof of this church is no longer here. If you look at some of the pictures that are on our Facebook page, you'll see from earlier, the roof of this beautiful church was sold so that they could build a new church further down into the village, which is now called St Cuthbert's Church. The equipment we're using, this is a bit of a funny story. We had a K2, well, we've got a K2 and we had a cat ball, but I was just showing Keris which is here, that cat balls are quite hard, to make flash. And I took it out of my pocket, I whacked it down on the road, but I was on a hill and it rolled away and we can't find it. So we have no cat ball, we just have a K2, and I'll turn my camera around and show you the location of the K2. Can you see the little green dot? It's about, I would say, it's flashing. Right, okay, and just to set it straight, we've just done a little test, and it's about, I'd say about 2.5 meters away from us. It's about at least 2.5 meters away from us, and it's flashing. So we are going to be using, instead of a cat ball, we're going to be using a ghost app, which Jacob's going to load up on his phone in a minute. Because we're big screen, Sarah, if any questions or anything comes through, if anybody senses anything, because I'm going to turn the camera around, it is pitch black, but you never know, you might see something. I'll shine my torch very briefly and show you kind of where we are, or without it doing a disco up on the moors with it doing its flashing light stuff. So we've got the pulpit still stands beautifully, still stands really strong. The windows, which are obviously no longer there, all the way along. Obviously the K2 on the floor, and you can see how far away from us it is. And then the tower, which you used to be able to get up to, but it's now locked off by a gate at the bottom. And then there is another doorway, which is just here, which in the medieval times, the north side of a church wall belonged to the devil. And it said that if you brought your child in through what would have been that door just there, up to be baptized, the devil would live inside an innocent child spirit. Inside their body. So when the child came to be baptized, the devil had to flee, and he would do so through a door which would be to our right, called a devil's door. A lot of people, superstition and religion, but that's why it's called devil's door, because that's what they believed. And that's pretty much it. So Jacob is going to load up our ghost app, and we're all good this side. How are you guys? Are you guys all good that side?
Yeah.
All good.
Cool. Okay, so I'm just turning the camera back round, so you will just pretty much see the green light in the middle of the screen. But if we hear anything or anybody else can kind of pick up on stuff, let's see what we get. Middle, but no, it's listening. You're recording now, so take that off. Okay, Here we go. If there's anybody here with us, we mean you no harm and we come with the greatest respect. We just want to talk to you. We have a feeling there's a message that maybe you want to pass on, but you can't. We're here to do that for you. Like I say, we come to you with the greatest respect. There's a device which is just here. You can talk to me through, or you can come show yourself in light form, make a sound. There's a green light on the floor. Can you make it flash? I thought I saw something flashing, but it's a star through one of the... I got all excited and thought I could see something. No. Turn it up a little bit, turn your volume up just in case it does say a word, so we can pick up on it.
Yeah, press the middle button.
No.
Or does it just listen?
It just listens. Now, it feels really, really peaceful here. There's not a lot of research or anything that's been done up here, which is quite strange. There is we've just got a word through,
Bribed.
and the word reads bribed. What is there? Somebody here that was bribed into something? Oh, we've just had a flash on the K2 as well. I'm not sure if you saw that. If that was you that told me you were bribed or have made the green light flash, can you do that again? It's just gone again. Thank you. Why don't you tell us your name? I'm Joe. This is Keris. And there's a man here with us as well. He's called Jacob.
I'm close.
Oh,
I'm close. We've just heard.
That's
We've just
going
heard
off again.
I'm close, and the K2 is going bananas. That's okay. I welcome your energy. You're welcome to come close. We mean you no harm at all. Has anybody else gone absolutely stone cold?
Yeah, I'm freezing.
As if someone's blowing on your face.
yeah.
I feel like someone stood behind me.
Oh, okay.
Like someone's
Don't
behind
forget,
me.
I'm holding your arm.
Keris is a little nervous, so it's okay. It's all
It's
good.
going again.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming and talking to us.
Shovel.
A shovel.
Shovel.
Well, we are in a cemetery, so that so it would have made sense, especially in 1600s, because they would have
And it said bribed.
Mm-hmm.
And now it said shovel.
Okay. Did you work here?
That's what I was thinking.
Were you doing the same?
Yeah, did it? Was it like looked after the
Yeah.
graveyard?
Oh, we've got K2. It's gone up to orange. Did you work here? Was this your church? Did you come to this church? Like we say, we mean you no harm at all. We come with the greatest respect, if nothing but else, just to talk to you. I can see you're making the green light flash again on the K2. Can you take those lights all the way up to red? All you have to do is what you've just done, is come close. That noise that you can hear is a car. We're about the church is about 700 yards away from a road. It's a really quiet road. It's a road out onto the moor. But now and again we get some traffic.
Would you be able to tell us your name? Or where you was from?
Do you like us being here?
Still freezing.
Yeah.
I keep getting shivers down the back of my neck.
You've gone quiet.
Are you still there?
We've got a K2 flash. If you're still here and you've just made that K2 flash, can you do it again? Please. Thank you. Can you guys actually see that flashing? Or is it quite hard for you to see?
I can see a green dot.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I could bring
It's
it
gone
closer
again.
to see it flashing, because
again.
it's flashing. It is going. I don't obviously want to put my phone too close because it'll obviously affect it. So I don't really want to. I'm just wondering if I put something over, not completely over, but kind of, to try and take the brightness off of it. We've just had a really bizarre sound.
It sounded like a.
Yeah. It sounded like either somebody's just trapped their dog in a door, or it was kind of. Oh, it's a dog. It's just gone again. We've got a yappy ankle biter in one of the houses that's not too far away. Oh, put your hands through. You got a little bit excited.
Is anybody still close to us?
That is a dog.
If there's anybody close to us, would you be able to tell us your name?
And the sky has gone absolutely beautiful with stars. The sky's beautiful. My camera won't do any justice to be able to show you, I don't believe, but I don't know, it's too dark. But yeah, I'll try and take a picture after. But so you've mentioned the word shovel and bribed. Can you tell us your name, or what year is it? I'll just shine the torch just briefly. Oh, that's right.
I'll tell him to go.
Third.
Oh, we've just had a third. Well, there's a third person. There is three of us.
Why is my thing doing that? It won't let me get off.
Oh, okay. And it's locking itself. The app is locking itself.
The phone.
Right. Okay. Can you see that? Is anybody familiar with this app as to why it would be doing that?
No idea.
Very strange for it to be locking itself.
Yeah.
That's literally
It
just
says
appeared on the
listening.
screen. It said third.
It's still listening to us, but it's locking itself. And I'm not sure. What's that kind of
That's
green
going
flashing
all the way up
for?
to there now.
See that.
Like
It's
what?
like
That
not
was
there now, but there's like
Closet.
a closet. Okay. So were you? I'm just trying to put it into any relevance that might make sense. Were you hidden? Were you hidden away somewhere? Thinking, Catholic 1600s. Can you see where I'm going with this, guys?
Yeah.
Like a priest hole.
Absolutely, Sam. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
My phone has just completely changed.
Yeah.
It just
It actually
calibrated
has.
itself, put it to no filter, and it's locked
and then it's
itself.
locked itself again.
Okay. It's not uncommon for spirits to affect electronic devices. I've been in quite a few investigations where phones have turned off.
K2's going again.
And the K,
Look,
yeah, we've got
it's
K2 flashing.
Is anybody still nearby?
Speak. Do you want to tell us anything else? You've done so well so far. Again, we come with the deepest respect for you and for anything that happened. Whether you just come here to visit, whether your energy still stays around here, whether you still have family in the village. We just want to talk to you. I'm just going to turn my torch on so you'll see the light, just to kind of give you a... So the pulpit, the windows. And then all the way up kind of to the tower.
The K2's stopped.
Yeah, we've got quiet on the K2. I'm just going to ask for kind of something else rather than the K2. I'm just going to ask it to maybe copy a sound or something. Okay, so We've gone a little bit quiet on the app and on the K2, so we're just going to try a couple of different things. Again, the calling out, but just on a different kind of angle. You're very quiet and you don't want to tell me your name, which is fine. But can you copy this sound? I heard a hoot, but I think it was an owl. Did you hear that as well?
Yeah.
It was kind of like a whoop, but I think we had a bit of a hooty owl, which I'm quite surprised really, because it's really quiet for those. We had lots of birds and stuff, didn't we, when we first came in here, and it's absolutely stone dead quiet, which is a bit weird.
The dogs was silent.
There's 3 of us here. Can you affect one of us?
Could you come closer towards us?
We've got the church bells ringing in the background. I don't think you'll be able to hear, but we've got the bells of St. Cuthbert's ringing in the background. Keris has her hair down. Could you touch her hair? My hair is in a ponytail. Can you touch that? We've gone really quiet here now. I feel that maybe there was somebody, but they were just passing through. Yeah, they weren't stopping. They were rushing. I feel like they were working here, and busy, had to get on, kind of, or they were in a rush and they were hiding, perhaps. They had hidden away. They couldn't stop. They couldn't talk to us, which would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would help, like, moving down a wee bit, Joe?
Oh, changing location for us?
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, it's a bit hard for you to see, but kind of what kind of on the pictures that you saw, this, the daytime photos that we put on. Do you want us to go somewhere else?
Even sometimes just moving like at least about 6 feet would be enough to try and pick up another energy. Just
okay. Shall we stand in the middle? Shall we stand in the middle of the church and put the K2? Yeah. Okay. So we'll stand in the middle.
Should we leave that there?
No, move that so that we can see it. Yeah. We'll put that kind of, I don't know, here somewhere. Yeah. And should we stand in a circle? Just stand together. So this time, we've moved to the opposite side of the church now. So we were sat on, can you see that bench there?
Yep.
We were sat on there. So that there would be the devil's door, just there. The K2 is over here. And we're going to stand here because it doesn't seem to be affecting it. So I think we're further enough away. Okay. Just going to give you a quick. Keris is a bit scared. She wants to stand in the middle. You can stand in the middle if you like. Go on then. Stand in the middle. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of the same kind of thing. I think we'll give it another maybe 10 minutes, only because I'm a little bit cautious because there's a house across the road who's probably thinking I can see flashing lights coming from the abandoned church. Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'll turn the torch back off. We'll give it another go. Is the app still on, Jay?
Yeah.
So
honestly, it's fully locked. I can't get off that.
Okay, it's fully locked, but we had a couple of words, didn't we, through it being fully locked. Maybe try putting that on the floor, like no, not next to the K2.
Right there.
Yeah, pop that on the floor so you can see now that we've put the phone on the floor, and we're stood here. So, right, okay. Oh, right. And my torch is nearly lost its batteries, so that's really useful. Cheers, Mum. Okay, we've got to go soon, but we'd like to come back. We'd like to try and talk to you again. Would you like me to come back again?
Are we allowed to return to this church?
Do you like us being here? It's just stone deadly quiet, isn't it? It just feels,
It's freezing.
but it's
Yeah.
absolutely freezing cold. And I've got like a shooting jacket on, and I'm cold.
No more response.
Yeah, I've got a vest, a t-shirt, my Haunted Nights hoodie, and a shooting jacket, and I'm cold. But the talking has gone very quiet on us, with the last word being closet. So I'm thinking that something's been hidden away.
Mm.
And they can't talk about it.
Absolutely, yeah. But what I'm happy to do is I'm happy to follow us out as we walk through the Devil's Door and out through the graveyard and out onto the road. If you want, and maybe we'll stop.
We had a bit of action on the road, though.
We did. We had a little bit of action on the road, so maybe we could do that. If one of you guys if you got the app, you grab the K2, Keris, and I'll lead the way with my humongous torch that's got crap batteries. But thank you very much. And we've not quite gone, so if you'd still like to talk to us, we're just leaving.
Is there anything you'd like to say to us before we leave?
Okay, just be quiet because of the house across the road. They're dead, not deaf. Okay. Okay, but you can kind of just...
What are you feeling yourself, Joe? Because you're usually quite good at picking up.
Sam, I feel really peaceful. Kind of like it's forgotten. It's a forgotten feeling that I feel. That this place has just kind of been forgotten about, which is quite sad, really. And kind of forgotten in the sense that people still come here, but it's not remembered for perhaps the things that it was remembered for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it warrants a lot of activity, but there's a lot of like passing through. It feels like there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like a little passing place sort of thing.
Yeah. Because the pictures that I took yesterday, the pictures that I took earlier, there is a newer cemetery, like literally maybe 300-400 yards that you walk through to come to this church, unless you walk the roadway. So whether there's there would be a bit more in there, but the souls that lie where we've just been, 400-year-old, and whether they've just passed on because it's been their time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I felt no different tonight than when I did this afternoon. No different at all. It's very, very peaceful. If anything, it felt like a beautiful place.
It seems
Yeah.
Do you think it's like residual energies it's there as opposed to kind of intelligent?
Quite possibly, yeah, because we heard kind of that rustly noise. If it was an animal, it was either startled off by us. I mean, you can see how dark the lane is that we're walking up, and how close we are to some of the houses. So I feel that the rustling kind of noise that we heard, I personally would debunk that as a kind of wildlifey thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because the area that you're in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in a little wood, so it kind of fits the bill.
I'm close anyway.
But we had I'm close, and then we all went freezing cold at the same time, and it literally was all went cold. Like it comes straight across, kind of across us, and then behind us.
Right.
And then went all a bit quiet. So, but we've still got the K2 on as we're walking down here, and the ghost stuff, and we kind of really haven't got much else. But Paisley, I mean, you can see the lights of Paisley Bridge as we're walking down the hill. There's an awful lot of history here, from coach houses going on fire, destroying the whole of the top floor, the oldest sweet shop in the world, babies being found that have been drowned in the river. There's so much to Pateley, Bridge that goes on. And then obviously we have Dead Man's Hill, which is not too far away. And the story with that one is, lo and behold, you guys are we had a Scottish shepherd who'd herded his sheep down around the 17th century, 18th century. And he'd herded his sheep down and got so far and had to stop at an inn on Dead Man's Hill, which is not too far away, a little bit further up the dale than Pateley. He'd got very drunk and told the landlady what he was going to do. I'm just going to turn the camera around because walking down. Oh, okay. Jacob, you probably heard Jacob having a bit of a moment.
I said to them, okay, I'll see you next time then, and it literally just said to me, goodbye. Honestly, as I got to where Keris was say.
Can you do something to bring up the words up? I think if you press something, perhaps I think it brings the words up.
I don't know if I'll.
Oh, it's locked, isn't it? So
Wait.
Yeah, it should bring up the words.
Jacob was just saying, I'm going now. Goodbye. I might see you next time. And then
oh no, that's why we're in there. Don't. Oh, that was why we were walking up there. Yeah. Oh, so there we go. Stay here. Okay. He wants to stay here.
When we was walking up, remember?
And your
right?
phone's flat, isn't it, in your pocket?
So just remember, when we was walking up, there you
Oh,
go.
hang on. What have
Be
we got now?
quiet. Be quiet. It's literally just told me to be quiet.
Well, try it then. Do it. Do as it's asked. Have we upset you in a way? Is there something about this road?
Is there anybody with us on this road?
Yeah, you try and talk because sometimes it gets bored of listening to the same person.
Joe, it could be because you were talking about the history.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I'll
I
carry
was
on. I'll
honestly-
carry
I
on
was
telling
still
you
here.
a little bit about the.
Carry on, just-
Yeah, we've got. I don't want to stand too close to her, but can you see the reflection on Keris's face from the KT?
Is there anybody?
Yeah.
it's on the link. It keeps flashing on the orange one.
And we're literally, I'm maybe 2 meters away from her, and it's going all the way up to orange.
Is there anybody close to Keris?
If that's you that's making the lights flash on the K2, I'm going to turn my torch off. If that's you that's making the lights flash on the K2, can you put through another word? Can you tell us something else? Doesn't like talking to me, obviously.
I think it's maybe Jacob that they're drawn to.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do a bit of calling out and see if you get anything.
Would you be able to tell us your name or where you're from? Is there anyone else on this road?
It's just like gone to the graveyard.
But
And
it wasn't.
left when we
It wasn't.
Good. Do you know, Keris has just had quite a good theory. She's just said, what if it was walking up the road to head towards the graveyard?
as we were leaving.
Mhm.
Because we felt like it was passing while we were in the church.
I'm colder than what I was up
My
there. I
hand-
feel like something's
My
next to me.
hands are ice cold, but I'm not sure whether it's just because it's the time of night it
And my
is.
body is cold.
Yeah. But it's, you can see it's, you know, that's,
But I was where
Pitch
I want. I
black.
want this far.
I'm quite close to you though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not now though.
Is there anybody still with us?
It's over here. I'm telling you right now.
Can we can't get up there, can we? Because it's
Is there anybody still
On
close
the
to
top,
us?
Joe.
Where?
Over here, right in front.
Okay. There's kind of, I don't know, there's kind of like a
Joe.
bit of a break in the bushes. Go a bit closer, to the, like climb up the embankment a bit.
Put it in the bush. Put it up there. Put it on.
Oh, Jacob's
Hug.
hug.
Yeah, hug.
Is that because it wants to hug you because you're cold, perhaps?
But I've just said it was cold. And
Do you want to hug? Jacob's just had hug.
would you be able to give me a hug?
If you put your arms around him, he'll hug you back. You feel all right?
I'm freezing.
Okay. You okay?
No.
Somebody likes Jacob.
Yeah. Something's drawn to
Here.
Jacob.
Something is literally
Something's
along here. Something is here, I'm telling you.
And
This
there's
is back in. I don't know where it is.
If there's anybody else near me, would you be able to tell me your name?
Point it towards you, Sue.
Or maybe come closer towards me?
ask it to do something to you. Touch you, push you nicely. I was going to say, if you took your hood down. Yeah, take your hat off, ask it to touch your hair.
If anybody's with us, would you be able to take my hat off my head? And move closer towards me?
Okay.
I don't know if I'm getting shivers or it's.
Can you hear like a clicking noise from over there?
Yeah, it's behind me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
behind me.
We can hear
Like-
that too.
Did you hear that as well?
Like-
Like sticks cracking or something?
It's behind
Yeah,
me.
and it sounds like kind of voices in the background. Is that right?
Right down.
Okay, Jacob feels that there's something right behind him.
Uh-huh.
And Keris is obviously stood to hear. So,
Feel my hand.
oh no, because my hands are really cold as well, so I won't be able to feel much difference. But I've got a torch in one and a phone in the other, so my hands are going to be cold.
Right, it's there now.
Talk,
Jay.
talk.
Is anybody close?
Jacob's just said, is anybody close? And the K2's just gone all the way up. Yeah.
Anybody close? Would you be able to show us a sign that there's someone here with us?
Could you make a noise? Did you hear that?
Listen,
Yeah.
there is someone
Yeah,
on this
I
bit of
actually heard
road.
that.
On this bit of road, there's something here. Maybe try snap some sticks or make a noise or move closer to us.
I'll touch
Throw a
us.
stone. Maybe throw a stone.
Yeah, not at us though, eh?
No, not at you.
Can you throw something? We're on a hill. Could you pick up a stick or a stone and throw it down the hill?
I moved it over.
Is there anybody behind me?
How do you feel, Jacob?
I'm freezing. Like, honestly, I'm stone cold.
Right.
Apart from cold, do you feel like uneasy? Do you feel like
My legs
No,
are
I
going funny.
feel.
I'm not even lying. My legs are really going funny, but I don't know if that's because I'm like.
you're shaking because you're cold?
No,
Yeah.
I don't feel scared by it. I feel calm, but I just feel like there's something that close to me.
And Jacob's what?
It's moving.
I heard where your torch was just said.
Just me. And usually there's no animals up there because we checked all that out earlier.
It's coming behind me, then going up that. There's walking. Shush. Walking up and down there.
It's really hard to hear, but there can't be any kind of wildlife in there because there's a fence there and then a fence here, and it's all kind of rough ground. There's footsteps in there, and there's footsteps in that side.
And someone's behind me.
And I thought you actually meant like real. I was like, really? But you still feel that?
This camera hasn't even turned. This camera's facing me.
I literally keep hearing things like walking up and down.
And when I move, the camera turns with me. And every time I move like that,
Right, what I want you to do is I want you to turn Go Step off. Okay, Keris, I want you to come and stand down here with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to put your flash on and I want you to take at least like 6 or 7 selfies. Bang, 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 one after the other, after the other, after the other. Okay.
Joe, it's not near you. Joe, it's not near you.
It's on me. It's
No.
on
Right.
me.
That's what I want. So I don't want you to turn the app off. Do you agree, guys, that you should take some selfies?
Yeah.
Joe, are you seeing this?
Yeah. And K2.
It's here. It's here.
Okay. So literally, I just want to take some selfie because you're feeling it's behind you. I want you to take some pictures over your shoulder as well, kind of.
Joe, can you ask it if it's a child?
Yeah. We haven't got the voice app on there, but I can ask it to maybe work off the K2 and keep the lights on. Keep the lights on red. Yeah.
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 If you're little, can you make the lights that the Keris is holding stay on red? Just stand really close to her.
Look at the pictures.
I'm still here, guys. I've just got my camera off for the minute.
It's on.
It's on red. Can you see that?
I've seen that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got a little person, and Jacob's got some quite funny foggy image. Wow, he's got quite a few foggy kind of mists behind him. But we're on a clear. You can see the moon. That's the moon. That big white light there. It's not foggy here at all. And he's got misty pictures, which I'll send them to you guys.
At least 2 meters away.
Yeah, we can see them.
It's close to me, Mum. Will you
Jane,
please swap?
That is going.
Will you stand here and just see if
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
Because as soon as I stand here, that is it. I feel so cold.
Joe, move that way a little bit.
Okay.
Stand there. Just stand.
Maz in the chat is saying that she can hear footsteps when you went quiet in the fields.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly Mads. Yeah,
It's coming behind where I
it's
was
walking. It's kind of walking sort of this way on us.
I feel like it's
So up there, it's having a little. Well, he or she. Are you a boy? Turn your app back on, Jay.
coming on.
He's just turning it off.
Oh,
Innocent
medicine. Yeah.
medicine.
Was he sick then?
Were you poorly?
Joe.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did you?
Joe,
Whoa.
It's all right. It's all right. Were you poorly? Can you see that
Oh,
K2, guys?
Yeah.
Is there anybody close?
Is he buried in the graveyard?
Tell me your
There
name.
was Jacob noticed when we were up this afternoon that there was a
There's
grave
more than one.
a grave of a 2-year-old.
Oh, maybe ask him.
Ah.
That's kind of
who it
tough.
was. Is that a
Wow.
boy or a girl?
We've got crazy K2. He couldn't read it. It made him feel really sad. He had to come away from it, and that's really wow.
Oh,
I've never seen a K2 behave like this.
Is there
Scott,
anybody close to us?
a child following use for comfort.
Yeah,
I'm holding it tight. as
and
well.
he's wanting a hug. Maybe that was who was wanting the hug.
yeah.
Would you still like a hug from me? Is that what you need?
Remember,
Mad-
Jay, dead not dead.
Saying that Madison would be
He's not going to come closer to say that. Would you be
Wow.
able to?
Madison could be a name. Madison.
Oh, okay. And it's just come through as Madison. If your name's Maddie, Madison, are you Maddie? Whoa! Can you see that,
Oh my
KP?
God.
Brilliant.
Well done, Maz.
Boy.
Would you be able to tell us your age, Madison?
Ask it to flash how many times. I mean,
Okay.
Between 5, between 4 and 6.
Scott's picking up the age between 4 and 6.
Young. Kelly, she's young.
Okay. Okay. I know that you'd like to. We've got footsteps again, guys.
It's more than one. I'm getting.
Do you want me to turn the torch on?
It's honestly that over that way. I promise you now. It's over in that wood bit there. It's in this bit here. There is honestly.
1642 keeps going through my head.
Oh, okay.
That was the no. That was the thing on the gravestone. I swear down. That's the thing on that gravestone. I swear down. We could walk up and check.
Joe,
I swear down.
No, I'm honestly. He told me that date. He told me that
1642. Yeah, that 2-year-old
Yeah,
died.
that's what's been going through my head. 1642, 1642, 1642.
Okay.
Sam.
Okay.
Go up tomorrow and even have.
Well, I'll go up tomorrow. And I'll take a photo and post
My
it on the
stomach
page.
is churning.
Right,
telling
wait
me?
there, wait there. So this girl's called Maddie Harker. Madeline Harker.
Madeline McCann.
Who's
Madeline
called
Harker.
Madeline Harker?
The
On that
2-year-old
gravestone?
is the second name is Harker.
Oh,
What's
okay.
that date?
Mate, I actually felt emotional looking at it. I'm not gonna lie.
I know
to
you did because you've spoken
Yeah,
about it
but
most of the afternoon.
the second name on that
I've gone
gravestone
really cold.
is Harker,
That's not
and it's
just
a
shivers.
family, on the grave.
Oh,
You mean Maddie Harker?
It likes the K2. Kara, stay still.
If your name's Maddie Harker, would you be able to light the K2 3 times for me, please?
1, 2, 3.
There you
Ray.
go.
Mhm.
Told you.
Wow.
Jacob, see on that gravestone, was it 1642?
That was the thing on the gravestone. Can you not remember when I
Wait,
told you?
Yeah, Jacob told me when we sat down on that
With-
bench, he told me it was 16.
I honestly said to
Okay.
Keris that little girl died at the age of
And
2.
it was Madeline Harker.
Well, he doesn't know if it was Madeline, but he knows it was Harker.
Definitely
That's
Harker.
why
Definitely.
it was known for little kids to die at that age.
1600s, absolutely, yeah.
And that's because before you said to me 1642.
Maybe something happened to her on this road then. Wow. Okay. Maddie, did something happen on this road to you?
Was you involved in an accident? Or anything like that?
Jacob, you're getting very emotional.
Not quite bad
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Sam
was
said you
family,
feel quite emotional.
I'm freezing.
But do you feel like sad, upset,
I
happy?
feel sad.
You do.
Yeah, I honestly do.
She's actually going to cry.
Oh,
She's gonna cry.
bless.
Oh, come on, you're all right. We're going to give it 2 more minutes, then we'll go.
Are your family still with you?
You feel like you don't want to leave?
No.
Are your family with you, or are you by yourself?
If your family are here, can you take the lights to red?
And she's alone.
She's alone. Yeah, she's alone here.
I mean,
If you're by yourself, Maddie, would you be able to turn them lights to red?
that's why she's phoning.
She's took a liking to you.
It's all kind of gone. It's kind of disappeared again. It's kind of we haven't had much on the K2 for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, yeah, we have.
She's going back again.
Talk, but don't use that. Oh, hang on, we've got a noise here.
It's behind me. Honestly,
No,
I felt nothing. I felt nothing when I was stood there.
it's back again.
I can hear residual. I can hear footsteps. Absolutely, but
Maddie, are you back with us?
Can you ask her where she's standing?
She's back with us. That's just gone
That's just
absolutely
gone red.
mental.
Okay.
So, Maddie, you're still with us. Does that mean you're close to us?
Shelly wants you to ask her where she's standing.
Can
Ask
she?
her to make a sound.
All right.
Make a sound from wherever she's standing. We'll just be really quiet a minute, guys. I'll ask Jacob. Jacob, you call for her.
Maddie, whereabouts are you standing? Is it behind us? In front of us? Whereabouts? Would you be able to make a noise that would soon recognise you by?
Behind you, Jacob.
I've said that the whole time I've
Yeah.
been studying.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Just needed a wee bit of validation for that.
Can
Yeah.
you ask her? Sorry, Shelly. Can you ask
Please?
to light up on how old she is?
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to move it that way?
Okay. No, just
No,
stay where you
sorry.
are. We're just going to ask. Well, Jacob's going to ask her to light the K2 all the way to red for how old she is. How many years old she is. Ask her to take it all the way to red.
Okay, Maddie. So would you be able to take that light all the way to red
Don't shout.
by how old you are, please?
Like, are
Would
you
you-
one?
Are you 1?
Nothing.
Are you 2, Maddie?
Nothing.
Maybe 3?
What?
There's footsteps.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry, it's to the right.
We keep getting something there,
Yeah.
and then kind of coming along here and going up there.
Are you close to us again, Maddie? Yeah. Look.
That wasn't happening before.
She's back.
I think she's 5.
Has she lost her family?
Honestly, it keeps coming towards me.
Ask her if she's fine. Ask her if she's fine.
Maddie, are you 5?
Or she might not know how old she is.
Yeah. Maddie, can you flash the lights if you go to school?
Leave here.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Okay. We're going. Okay. Guys, we're going. We're walking. We're walking away.
I'm freezing.
Maddie, if you're still there, we're going to come and see you again. Okay. You've got nothing to be afraid of, but we're just respecting the wishes. You take care, and we'll be back soon. Thank you, everybody. Okay, guys. Yeah, you press the middle button, it'll turn off. Okay, guys, so we're going to stop our investigation there because it's freaked us the shit out a bit. And we're moving back into the civilization of Paisley, so they already think I'm a little bit weird, let alone walking around with a flashing K2 meter, a ghost app, and a massive torch. I don't think I need any more stigma to tick that box. So yeah, I'd just like to I'll turn my camera around very quickly, and my little recruit team will say a quick thank you very much. There we go. Okay, they're steaming up ahead of me, leaving me far behind. Guys, we'll just go and we'll just stand under that. Which way are you going? Are you going down the high street, or are you coming this way with me? Are you coming this way with me? All right, okay. So we'll just stand where it's a little. Desperately trying to give me the K2, but okay. So right, so
what it literally is next.
Breathe again, Joe. Breathe.
That was strange. That was very strange because it kept going through my head. 1642, 1642, 1642.
You will go up there in the morning.
Right.
Right, so we'll just stand where it's.
And Maddie, what was it?
Now there is running water that runs. I mean, you can hear it. There's a lot of, I can't remember the name, like underground streams that kind of run. So can you hear that water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of kind of underground streams of water. So maybe that was something. But I felt her language was quite limited. So maybe she was too little to have that much. And she couldn't really tell us very much.
That's right, because my daughter.
She may have been uneducated as well, so she maybe doesn't know how old she is.
Absolutely. So
and if she was ill before she passed, she probably never really had much of a life anyway. You know, she was really ill.
When she said goodbye.
Listen to what I was saying was I was in the graveyard, right? I said when I was sat in that graveyard, I even mentioned about that little girl being there, and I said we came up and I put that ghost app on and it said don't.
Yeah.
Right? I came back to the exact same spot, and that little girl was there.
That's true, yeah. So what Jay's just said was we were walking up to go to the investigation. It was light. And I made sure that obviously everything was working fine. So we switched on the ghost app and it said don't. And Jay's just pointed out walking back down that same road where that ghost app said don't, walking up, that's where we got the energy from what we've just had.
Wow.
Which is really, really good. Really good. It didn't feel scary. It didn't feel scary at all, not one bit. It felt the same in the daytime to me as it did tonight. But just felt a little bit like I said when we were walking out. It feels like something's been forgotten, and maybe it's that little girl.
And she's just like, I'm here. Yeah. Recognise I'm here.
And she maybe needs a bit of help passing on, or
I think she does.
She needs to
find a family.
Yeah.
She's maybe grounded and doesn't realise she's grounded, and
it said bribing.
Yeah. So we'll do a little bit of I'll write up a little bit about the history, because obviously that's who we are. We are Paranormal History. A little bit of the church. Jacob's volunteered to go up that huge hill tomorrow and take a photo of the grave that he believes to be perhaps connected to the energies that we've had tonight.
Sorry for freaking you out, Jacob.
He loves it. He's been to Pendle. He loves it. He loves it. He's not an investigation virgin. He's all right, and I don't think it'll be the last we see him either. So that'll be good.
No.
Yeah. So we'll do a little bit of a write up about the church. Again, you know, if anybody was to go that's been watching this live, you know, pop up by all means, but please do be respectful. It's a beautiful ancient building, well, what's left of a building, and there's many people in this village that still have family connections with the people that were buried there. So again, it's not just that cemetery or graveyard. If you go to any across the whole of the UK or the whole of the world, please, you know, well, you guys, you know, you guys don't know what I'm saying, but please be respectful. Yeah. Don't think, oh yeah, I'm in the graveyard, I'm going to whack out a Ouija board, because that's not the way you need to be doing things.
No.
And that gives, you know, groups like us a bad name, because people think that we're all the same then, and we're really not. Right. Really not. We wherever we go, it's utmost respect at all times. So yeah. So I just wanted to say that, to get that out there. But I'm almost back at my house, which is very old and very cold, because my heating is broken still. But yeah, just thank you very much from me and from these two guys. Thank you very much for watching us.
Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you for.
And yeah, we'll put anything that we can, any pictures. Jacob took some pictures over his shoulder. I'll send them to you guys, and then
see if he gets anything.
Yeah, it might have just been our eyes, but they did look quite foggy, weird pictures. Considering we didn't have the torch on either, it was just an office flash. So
Joe, how do you spell plately?
P-A.
What?
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's just
right. So there's a picture of me.
Right, you can show me the pictures in a minute. I'm just spelling Pately. P-A-T. Oh, I'm being educated now.
Go on then, Keris, go on.
She don't even know where she lives. P-A-T-E-L-E-Y.
Oh, so
yeah, you was right.
Pately Bridge.
Yes. All right, guys.
But feel like the name on that gravestone was muddy as well. I'm not trying to.
He felt something. We'll debunk that tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Right. Okay, guys. Take care, and thanks for your help tonight. See you later. Okay.
Thanks.
Dark road home. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
You also.
See you soon.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
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 I'm going to do it.
So how interesting is that you managed to pick up the year of that was on that gravestone?
It was just going through my head. See, when Jacob was talking, all that was going through my head was 1642, 1642, 1642.
You know, and in that year, around about that time, there was a lot of kind of smallpox, and people were dropping like flies, weren't they? You know, and they were coming to all these illnesses that they couldn't control, and so full family.
Frankie had put in was plague at that time.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Frank, it might not have been the plague, but it would be some kind of, because obviously back then sanitation, it was, you know, wasn't healthy. Hygiene was totally dwindled.
That's right.
So I dare say there have been quite plenty of infections and diseases floating about. But just when you get interested, that's
as a wee girl, then still stuck there, still stuck in that area.
My thinking is she wanders there. Because it was with the comment and asking if it was a wee girl. Because when I was watching, I was getting a wee girl, and she was following them for some kind of comfort. And I think she wanders there. She's herself. Her family's no there.
Could have been a plague pit.
Possibly, Maz, you can certainly check that out.
A wee bit more research on the time and the area would certainly do that. And I'm sure Jo will do her best to add whatever information into her write-up when she does that for the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So keep
as you can see, folks, Scott can't keep himself off alive.
No. Scott wasn't supposed to be alive tonight.
Scott's going to disappear then. So I'm going to say, thanks for coming out to chat, folks.
Don't bother.
I'm going to leave the hosting to the lovely Shelly, Sam. Well, there's Jo back. And that's when Sam comes back. See, she does it, she buggers off, then she comes back. Jo's home. You don't need
Shelly and Sam.
I was coming to you for a second coffin. And the lovely Sarah, as always. Remember, right, fine, I'll sit here and no sell her. I'm saying nothing.
Just sit there.
Yes.
Jo really tell us, Maz was asking if there was possibly a plague pit in that area.
Not that I'm aware of. I think Paisley was quite lucky to escape that. We did have a working workhouse. It's now the Nidderdale Museum. It was never full to capacity. It could house 80, and I think the most it ever was about 37. Maybe there was a connection to that. I'm not sure. We definitely have to do a bit more of a investigating here. But yeah.
Pardon the pun. Frankie, I'll sit here and stay, buddy. Since you said stay, Scott, I will stay. Okay. Frankie asked about the plague. Was there a plague in 1642?
Well, I'm not sure so much it was 1640 because the plague was actually 1660. So it's 1664 to 1666. That was obviously the Black Death, the plague. Yeah. As we know from Eam, it did unfortunately reach small little rural towns and villages such as Ripon and Paisley. So quite possibly, yeah, I could definitely find out for you.
I think it merits some investigating in the research side.
Before you came back in, Jo, I was saying, girls, when I was watching it, off the camera, I forgot what it was called there. You look into the camera. I was picking up on a child that was falling for comfort. Lost. I think she wanders there herself. I think if you pick up again, you'll find her again.
Yeah, it felt, as I said, when we were sitting in the church. I've only ever been to the church a handful of times, only because it's on a hill like this. But going tonight didn't feel any different to going this afternoon and sitting and talking. It was kind of like we had a wave of energy and then it just went. It was just silent. It just felt quiet. It felt there was nothing. It felt nothing. No atmosphere, no nothing. And that's how it stayed. After we had those few words, which I'm not sure were relevant to the if we roll with the name Madeline. If they were really, kind of relevant to her, definitely close, because Jacob said that he felt a close presence on the road. We all felt a close presence in the church. It was literally like come across our faces from left to right, and then round the back of us from right to left, and kind of stood behind Jacob. So on the bench there was me, there was Keris, and then there was Jacob at the far end. So yeah.
Round about that time, typhus was an issue. That caused a lot of deaths between 1612 and 1651. The new disease emerges in Britain. Uncertain what it is, actually, it could have been something else, but it was most possibly typhus that was causing a lot of. Also, that we know that there's a couple of spirits up the other end of the village towards what's now the auction mart. My friend has a little cafe up there,
and she has a spirit of a girl named Millie, because her cafe used to be a school, which was one of the reasons why I asked if she went to school. And going back on the registers from the school, a lot of children were dying of smallpox.
That's what I said earlier on. It was quite a bad disease
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. So yeah, you could be.
Sorry, guys, my phone died.
Hello. But yeah, so you could be definitely onto some, something like that.
She was on medicine, and we just have kind of been like not being with her family. It just feels as though she was
just wandering. Meant no harm. Didn't trigger any of my kind of not so much alert senses, but didn't make me feel unnerved. Didn't make me feel really like anybody was there. Maybe that's because I'm so used to being around children. It's kind of built into my sixth sense. But Jacob, something really touched Jacob when we went up this afternoon. I was inside doing, pictures and whatnot, and he'd gone off for a little bit of a wander, and he come back and he was like, "Mum, there's a grave there of a 2-year-old." And I was like, "All right, okay," and kind of level-headed about it and said, "Well, sadly, a lot of children," and again, we talk about the young life expectancy of about 30 years. It was the expected thing. So I kind of spoke to him about this, and then he just kept mentioning it. He was having his tea earlier, and he mentioned it again, and then obviously he must have told Keris, because Keris said, "Oh yeah, he mentioned that to me earlier," and then to get what we got on the road in the same location where we got we then got activity was a bit bizarre.
It seems to me that that wee girl had latched on to Jacob a lot earlier. That's how much an effect that gravestone's had on him, because she's been there, and she has made her presence known. She's wanting to be helped. She's wanting to be heard. She's wanting, as you say, she needs help going to light. She just
passing
needs
on, passing over.
That's right. That's what I think. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
That's really good, because that's 2 investigations in 2 nights. No, 2 nights. That was the night before last, Sam, because Sam and Shell were out on what day? Thursday. Tuesday night.
We went out.
Sorry.
Tuesday night. And you've got bits and pieces, which is on your video. And Joe, I was going to say Joe and the kids have been out the night. I don't know kids. Joe and her troop.
Oh, yeah. My recruit.
Well, but they're not, Joe and the train.
I was quite happy. I was quite happy to go alone. And it was Scott that was kind of like, "You can't really go and do that. I don't really want you to go alone." I was like, "I'll be fine." He was like, "Take some of your kids. Take anybody's kids. Just take somebody with you."
It was Jacob's face when I gave him that date. He's like, "Shut up."
Yeah,
No!
but he's going to go up tomorrow anyway. He's going to go up tomorrow and take a picture. And I'm just waiting for him. And keep checking to see if he's posted. Oh, okay. Margaret Mason, 1791.
2 seconds. Frankie put a comment up prior to that. I just seen it. Sorry, Frank, I got them back to front, buddy.
Oh.
So that was
Frankie, was that from Pateley? Is that Pateley Bridge?
If you could let us know, Frankie,
that
was in
May. It's just the numbers were a bit muddled.
Yeah, that's 1791, 1792.
Which those dates coincide with the graves. Yeah. I think there's 231. Let me just double check that, because I don't want to give it incorrect information. I'm sure it's 231 souls that rest up there. And now I've said that, I can't find my little piece of paper that I had, just in case anybody asked me one of those questions where I've gone.
It is in Pateley.
Okay. Well, that's quite interesting then. That's quite interesting. Oh,
So, Joe,
thank
can we
you.
do more digging on this?
Can we do what? Sorry.
More digging on this. Is anything
Yeah,
else on?
absolutely. Well,
Because we're all on to something.
yeah, I know that the vicar of the church is lovely, and even though it's a ruins church, he conducted a couple of services there in the first lockdown when they said anything with doors and windows, had to be shut. But obviously that church has no doors, and St Mary's Church Burial Ground, Pateley Bridge. Now that's quite alarming, Frankie, because I haven't told you the name of it. So that's, and yes, it is St Mary's. Yes. Yeah.
Did you not?
Wow.
That probably the start, Frank. And then
I just said that I was in a 13th century church. Never said it was St Mary's. Didn't name it. Just said where it was.
I think they knew that you were in Pateley, though. I think that's where they knew you were there.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it. I think I was like on my doorstep. But yeah, so the
5 minute walk, give it away.
Our vicar, yeah, our vicar conducted a couple of services from there, because obviously there's no roof, there's no windows, there's no doors, and you used it as a church. So whether that was maybe the peaceful feeling that I was getting because the ground is still blessed, it's not abandoned by any means. The cemetery.
Yeah.
You had me going.
It looked like a good job to me. Sorry.
I thought you were shit. The telepathy was kicking in a bit.
At least the man's honest.
Yeah,
that's what we like. So yeah, it's very well kept, and it's very pretty. Very pretty, as you've probably seen from the pictures that I posted this afternoon. It's a beautiful little place. But yeah, I think we'll definitely be going back there. I'm looking at. You heard me mention a few of the stories. I was halfway through telling you about the Dead Man's Hill. So the story of the Dead Man's Hill. Obviously, the Scotchman got very drunk, and confessed to the landlady why he was there. Oh, I've got these sheep, I'm off to sell them in Harrogate. I'm going to come back with loads of money, and then I'm going to go back to Scotland. So she's thinking, oh well, if you need somewhere to stop after you've sold all your sheep, you can always come and stop here with us. In Yorkshire, we like to be accommodating. And that's exactly what he did. He took his sheep and his sheepdog off to Harrogate and sold them. And then on his way back, on his return with his pocket full of money, he stayed in her inn. Both her and her daughter murdered him. They buried him on the hill, hence Dead Man's Hill. They were tried in Pateley Court, which is still there to this day. It's not a court anymore. I think it shut down being a court in 1991, I think. And it's now a lovely house, but the court still stands. And then I have reason to believe that they were both hung right here in Pateley. Somewhere in Pateley there was hanging gallows, I do believe. I could be totally wrong, but I'm not sure I am. And they were hung for their crimes. The way that it was found out, the way that they were caught, was I tell the tale and I mention the farmer or the shepherd, I mention his sheep, I mention the women. But I forget to tell you about the sheepdog. The sheepdog went off and then returned to where the shepherd was buried and pawed at the ground and pawed at the ground until the dog was noticed. The ground was then unearthed, and there he was.
Wow.
The dog detective of Dead Man's Hill. But just like many things, there's lots of different takes on it. But yeah, there's loads of stuff here in Pateley, loads of stuff.
Just shows you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Can't wait to go on holiday.
Oh, we've gone there holiday. That's right. I forgot about that one. Do a bit of digging on it. It'll last, see if you can find anything. That's my accent.
Your accent's on.
That's not bad. Your Yorkshire was better than the Scotch accent I was going to do, you know, about his pockets full of money, as he said. I wasn't going to even go there. But yeah.
Yes, pal, I've got my money full of dosh.
When we can win, Joe, I'm going to get you.
I'm sure there's another way to say that, Sam. I'm sure there is.
I'm going to get you.
That's my polite version.
Playing down. I'll just spend in the mornings. Give me a newspaper and couple last, thank you. I should tell you for you.
So say fake after out my shop.
Aye. You got the footy results last. I missed it last night on TV.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
What's it? Corey.
I think you've been watching a lot of Emmerdale.
What?
I think he needs to watch Mayor Emmerdale, but
I said I think he's been watching Emmerdale.
Yeah, it sounds like
Hey up, man.
No, it was good fun. It was good fun. So I'm sure I'll find an empty slot in the diary in the next couple of weeks and go out and see what else is on my doorstep, or maybe venture a little further afield. There's a couple of places that me and the other Joe have kind of been thinking about. Maybe out onto the moors somewhere.
Right.
Maybe Dead Man's Hill.
Maybe Dead Man's Hill.
Yeah.
Just when you're talking about accents, Joe, do your Scottish accent. You need to do it.
Oh no, because the only time I can do it has quite a bit of swearing in it.
Do an impression of me.
She's like,
no, I'll get Facebook banned. I think so. If there's anybody in the chat, if there's any, do my which one?
Do your Welsh.
Oh, my Welsh. Okay, I always have to picture Fireman Sam before I do the Welsh accent.
Is he Welsh?
Fireman Sam, absolutely. Fireman Sam's Welsh. Sam, don't you know that? You know, you've got to watch the programme to be able to see it. And I tell you what, if you've ever watched it, there's a boy on it called
Norman.
That's right. You've been watching it, haven't you? I knew that you'd been watching it. But yeah, so yeah, there you go. There you go.
Because his mother spoke like that.
She's been watching it.
But yeah, never mind. So yeah, moving swiftly on.
Well, that was really good, Joe. I did enjoy that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good to get out and do some investigation. Sure it is. I mean, me and Sam really enjoyed ours on Wednesday night, and that video will be uploaded just shortly. I think, is it maybe possible tomorrow, Sarah?
I'll do it in the morning.
After it's been censored.
It's been censored.
It's been censored.
I think it's already been censored.
Beep, beep. No, if I was to beep it, it would be a constant beep.
Aye, that's true. Just be a beep.
It would be flatlining.
Yeah, I had
guilty.
A firm word with my little recruits, and I was like, if you swear, I am going to make sure that you get scared the shit out of if you swear. I said,
I would have been petrified then.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we won't." And then when you dropped that date, Sam, you could see that he desperately wanted to say,
"Yeah." It was his face. He's like, "No, Sam, no, Sam,
no way."
What did you just say?
Yeah.
Shut up.
But yeah, so there we go.
It's really a thing to see that somebody watching a computer screen can pick up stuff from an actual location, you know, when they're
I got skills.
I know, but it still impresses me so much that people can actually pick up.
It was just strange. It just automatically just boop into my head, and it just kept playing in my head.
I'm sure it'll be relevant. I'm sure there'll be some things that kind of indicates that date.
Well, it was on the gravestone, he said.
Yeah, I think he's off ways. The inquisitiveness will get the better of him. So
yeah, he'll
be back up there. But yeah, so
if the girl comes back to him tomorrow, you know, like if he probably will take you his wee up because he'll be too inquisitive to. He'll be like, no, I need to do it.
Yeah.
So
I think on Pat, and no giving too much away, but on me and Shelley's live, I think at one point I turned round and said, F that.
Quite a few things,
it's something that, I mean, F was a pretty much standard word that came out of Sam's mouth that night. It literally was. It was like...
For everybody who's watching just now, everybody in the chat that's watching, who may watch the video tomorrow, as the boss of PIH, I just want to apologise if Sarah has maybe missed the odd swearing word.
If I'd edited them all out, it would have just been like a 2-second clip.
At least it's a, but at least it's a true picture.
It's the Scots. Never trust the Scots. They can't say 1 sentence without swearing.
Oh my God. Get him slapped. Get him slapped.
It's after 9 o'clock.
And that's how Joe can't do Scottish language, because if she did the Scottish language, it would be constant swearing because she learns it from us.
She learns it from him.
Right. So anyway, guys,
Right.
I'm going to bed because my
As StreamYard does that a lot, it pops up comments. I haven't touched it a bit. It pops up comments, and we're not touching it, and then it'll disappear. Don't know why. But on that note, folks, we'll round it up there because we are up early tomorrow morning. Our travel ban is up at midnight tonight, and we are off to Greyfriars first thing tomorrow morning.
No!
So excited. I'm going to bust with excitement.
Sam is jealous because she's working, so she can't go, but we are in that car first thing tomorrow to meet Mr. Christopher.
I'll send you my selfies.
Shut up, no.
So, Joe, thank you very much for your endeavours tonight. It was really good. Exactly, Frankie. Woo! We can leave Kilmarnock safely. Can't wait. So, Joe, thanks so much. Add to your trips.
No worries.
And for everybody in the chat, when we back, we're back Saturday, 7 o'clock, with Karen Perkins starting our book corner, reading corner. Karen Perkins is doing a reading corner.
We might do a wee live for Edinburgh tomorrow, though.
We might do a wee Facebook live. Depends how busy we are. Sightseeing.
And we'll have to upload live as well tomorrow.
What?
Our live will be uploaded tomorrow, Sam.
Yeah.
We did it tonight, so it is all ready to be uploaded.
It'll be on FaceTube.
You heard it here first, guys. FaceTube.
Facebook and YouTube. You can find it. Bye, folks. Sarah's going to wipe it up.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, on that note, goodbye, everybody.
Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.